And I thought it was particularly interesting talking about how you deal with some of the tougher mental days. And I think the words they use in the article is foggy brain some days. And one of the things that you do to help with that, get through some of that, is sometimes CBD oil. And the one that caught my eye was microdosing mushrooms. That is a different something I'm not familiar. But tell us more about that and how sort of self-medicating helps you get through some of the tougher times.
Yeah, okay, so Riley Cote would be a great guy for you guys to have on to talk about this. He's one of the top guys in that field. And there's this strong belief, especially within a lot of the fighters, because they've actually done this type of healing, where they believe just because of that raw, rough exterior that they had to hold and they had to push everything down is kind of what maybe messed with their head post-career. Maybe not so much the punches, maybe more so the things that they had to use in order to mask the feeling of doing it, the alcohol, the drug abuse. And they're starting to experiment with mushrooms and other things like CBD and natural medicines in order to help maybe, release some of that tension and get through some of the things that they deal with on a day-to-day basis because of what they were doing in order to mask those times and the craziness. And, I was one of those guys, like I lived fast. I did a lot of drugs and alcohol in my day. I partied quite a bit and there's always going to be consequences for that, come later in life. So, now as a grown up, I'm taking accountability and responsibility for the things that I did to my body. And those are the ways that I'm handling it. And I'm very vocal about it. I feel that like nowadays, like it's like everything's so fear-based where it's like you're being told like, oh, it's like it's the end of the world. And it's just like, well, no, like you put yourself in a certain situation because of past decisions. Now, work towards getting better. It's work, just like anything is. I mean, and you mentioned the article where, that's the title of it I'm not crazy about because I haven't put enough time in this industry to deserve that. I'm just kind of the new guy and working hard and putting my head down just like my playing career. And I'm trying things and some things I land flat on my face, other things are successful. So, I didn't really want those types of praises, but what that article did do is it let people inside and to know that, yeah, I'm kind of an idiot genius, as Whit would say. I'm kind of relentless in it, and some things have worked out and some things haven't. So I know I kind of rambled on as I usually do there, but as far as the natural healing, I would definitely suggest that anybody looking into it, do the research first, talk to some people, and it might be one avenue that could end up helping you out.
Could not agree more. And, as you just hinted at a couple of seconds ago, it wasn't that long ago that if you said, as a player, I smoked a joint, it would be like, the bells and sirens go off. And now we're at least starting to be able to have a mature conversation about microdosing, about mushrooms, about, MDMA used for post-traumatic stress disorder, about things like ayahuasca healing, things like ketamine or dimethyltryptamine. Like all of a sudden, once you start pushing it, all of a sudden you start to be able to have mature conversations that don't involve this thing is bad, this thing is good.
No, and I completely agree. And it's like it's one of those things that has a bad maybe image attached to it based on what's been said about it in the past. But with scientific findings, it is helping a lot of people, and I would recommend that people, as I said earlier, look into it for a chance at a better life, because I spend like probably 2-3 hours of my day trying to help my body in order to make it feel like normal, but to the point of where it was before maybe I drank and did all these drugs and hurt my body.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Good for you for taking care of yourself like that now. Whether it's, and anyone listening would probably be familiar with brain vitamins like nootropics. I think that the world is edging towards those conversations and realizing that model that we've all sort of grown up under, is a lot of, well, just to be blunt, is a lot of propaganda, more than anything.
Yeah,
else.
Well. And I mean, since we're on the mental health subject, and Jason, Justin, thanks for bringing that up. Is some people have to spend more time of their day working on it, whereas others, like, just naturally they live their life, and it's just like, no, it's pretty stress free and it's great. And yeah, I'm really envious of that. But other people, unfortunately, do have to spend more time of their day spending time in order to make themselves feel normal. And I think that that's just the reality of it. And once people figure that out, I think that once they start putting the work in, they're going to notice that there's a lot of good light on the other side.